after being in a band for a few years, when James and Andrew and I sat down to start writing music, the stuff that we were coming up with was just more of a punk influence. And you know, like, all of us have been huge punk fans, you know, since we were all younger. So it was kind of like a natural progression to kind of just go back towards that. But, you know, I think we also still kept a lot of the heavy end stuff that we did.
I just joined the band after the new record came out because, you know, they did a lot of second guitar stuff and they wanted to do it live. So, I mean, I've been friends with the band since they started. I did pre-production for a lot of the older records, Taste of Sin, Set the Dial. I'd go to their space and record it and send it off to the engineers that were actually going to produce a record and everything. And so I've known the band for a long time, and it was just kind of, they asked me to play right after the record was done, and been playing in cover bands with Andrew and James since I moved to Savannah. So yeah, that's been fun. I've known those guys for a long time.
With working with the company, it's only been like maybe going on 2 years now, I think. But prior to that, I've used a lot of Orange stuff on when we would come to Europe to do tours. Obviously, we had to rent a back line, and the bass stuff was generally an Orange kind of thing, and that's what started my interest in using the amps. And you know, it's like,
yeah, I started using Orange back in probably 2009, or I think it was 2010, and I got the Rockerverb Mark I, and I just kind of bought it because I'd seen so many great bands using it, and I bought it on a whim, and yeah, that's been my tone ever since. It's just
in history.
In history. It's the stamp. Yeah, it was awesome. I've had the Rockerverb Mark I, Mark II, Mark III, and they just keep getting better. The Mark III is so awesome. I love it. I know, right? The stepped attenuators are fantastic.
You know, I like, with bass amp stuff, I like, you know, something that has some kind of drive section in it, you know, that's not just like a clean sounding. I definitely like tube, and a little bit of a lower wattage than, like, you know, like the big, like SVT or something, like, you know, like 200 is like a good match, and because you can push the amp a little bit more and retain like a lot of that good EQ sound without, you know, like turning it to 1. You can turn it to 5 or something and still sound fine.
Yeah, overdrive and the preamp section's really big for me, because like there's a lot of amps that you can get that have, you know, a really good overdrive, or, you know, but then they might sound a little fizzy or something. But the preamp on the gain on the Rockerverb has always been really nice in my ear, and the reverb on the new Mark IIIs are amazing, totally usable. And then the clean is amazing for pushing pedals, but yeah, the overdrive has just been something that's won me over for years. I haven't been able to find something like that, or for something that fits my ear, in years.
I have the AD200, and then also the little 2-stroke pedal.
And the OB1.
Oh yeah, and the OB1. I also have the OB1 as my backup amplifier. I'm using the 2-stroke as more of like an overdrive pedal, just to not throughout the entire set or throughout a song, but as a part, you know, just to kind of give like that more kind of bite. I always like a real treble attack.
It's trivial.
I always like a real trivial, like no, like a real treble sound, like kind of like, you know, like the old Jesus Lizard kind of stuff, you know.
Who?
Yeah. But that kind of helps to have like that mid-range boost to kind of get it, and it overdrives the amp pretty nicely.